ourselves comfortable and settled into a seated position for our practice to begin with our mindfulness meditation. So find yourself comfortable either on a cushion or taking a bolster or something between your legs to kneel on. So rest the hands down wherever they feel comfortable, either downward or facing upwards if you feel like you're needing that receiving gesture. So this is the grounding and this is the receiving. And if the hands want to naturally fall into the lap, into a little cup, that might be an option for you. So wherever they feel like falling naturally. And just come slowly into your breath. And feel the spine lengthening. And just take some nice shoulder rolls back with your breath. Take those exhalations through the mouth if you want to release off any tension. Or if you feel like just settling down through the breath with a closed mouth, feel free. So whatever you feel like. This is your practice. And we're going to practice a little bit more of a dynamic sequence today. So a little bit more of an uplifting sequence. But we will begin by grounding and rooting and connecting with our breath, as always. So without the breath, we're not really practicing yoga. We're just stretching and moving. So come fully into your breath. Soften at the eyebrow center. And just feel the breath moving in and out of your body naturally. Noticing the texture of your breath. Noticing if it feels erratic or sped up too much. Or if it feels nice and calm and soft this morning. And just tune into wherever it is. And just bring that acceptance to your practice, however you're feeling. However your day has been running, however your week has been, your months. Bring that acceptance into your practice with your breath. Just noticing the present moment. Being in the here and now with your breath flowing in and out of your body. And feel that lightness through your body. Take the weight of your shoulders and arms that have probably been doing so much trying recently. So much doing, so much giving. So give yourself that break. This is your practice. Let go of your shoulders, arms, hands, and tension in the body. Completely let go and surrender to those things. And often we feel worried to surrender because we don't know what might be around the corner, what it might bring us. And it's often that fear of letting go that brings the lightness with it, strangely enough. So come back into your breath if the mind has wandered off too much. Come back to your present moment. And often there is a little tiredness that you might feel as a sensation of letting go. And that's just your body releasing, that's just your mind releasing. And it's okay for your body to feel like it's relaxing and letting go and surrendering. We're just sometimes not quite used to letting go of that tension. We're used to being in that state of tense and worry. So perhaps start feeling familiar with being soft and light and surrendering all the time. So start taking some deeper breaths now. Start feeling your belly and lower back expanding, the rib cage expanding, and the chest lifting a little. So inhale, feel the belly, ribs, everything expanding, lungs, feeling that full lung capacity. And exhaling, releasing the breath and letting go. Taking a nice deep breath, inhaling, belly expanding, lower back, ribs, the whole of the rib cage, chest. And exhaling. And keep using this flow and this technique of breath in the whole of your day. Inhaling and exhaling, even doing it for maybe 10 minutes through the day, you notice a huge difference at the end. Inhaling, exhaling. So we're breathing, so to speak, from the belly, although the breath is not coming from the belly. But by feeling the belly expanding and not the chest first, actually helps to keep us really nice and relaxed and is tapping in to the sympathetic system, nervous system. It's balancing, recalibrating, and calming your whole nervous system slowly. Inhaling, exhaling. I want you to start noticing and hearing your breath now. Hearing your breath fully with an ujjayi sound. So the sound similar to the breeze running through the trees, or the sound of the ocean, whichever sound you're drawn to most, relating it to that, and hearing your breath as a reflection of nature. So the ujjayi breath comes a little bit from the throat, almost kind of like if you're pretending to do a Darth Vader voice. You can hear it contracting a little bit in the larynx at the back of the throat. Nice deep breaths, full ujjayi breaths. And the ujjayi breath really helps to fully ignite your system, fully ignite the fire in your belly, creating more light, creating more passion and zest for life again, giving you that expansion. It really does open up your mind and your body when you're breathing with ujjayi breath. So let's do the ujjayi breath together. Lengthening the exhalation as fully as possible. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And now gently start bringing your hands into prayer and set an intention for your practice here. Bow the head a little bit towards the hands with an intention of gratitude. And repeating your intention to yourself 3 times with faith and feeling. And planting the seed into the rich soil of the subconscious mind. Manifesting that intention. Really breathe fully into your intention. Take it deep down into your heart space of intent and resolve. When you feel ready, gradually bring the hands up over the head as you start flickering the eyes open a little bit. And we'll begin to warm up the arms and shoulders. Taking the arms down and then take an inhale to reach the hands up. Exhaling, opening the arms wide. Release the head down as the arms drop. Inhale, take the gaze up towards the ceiling, lifting the gaze. Breathing in, breathing out. Drop the gaze, nice full deep breath. Inhaling, exhaling. See if you can completely keep your focus on your breath cycles and the movements. Just follow with your breath. Last one here. And place your right hand down to stretch up the left hand to the ceiling. Take the palm of the hand down towards the floor and feel that nice stretch all the way down from your left hip bone up through the underarm and over the top of the arm and hand. So the left hip is really rooting down into the floor. And taking 2 deep breaths here more, expanding fully at the chest, feeling your heart center open up to the world. And releasing, bring that hand down and take that left hand behind you and the right hand onto your thigh or knee to take a little twist around to your left side. Inhale, lengthen up your spine a little bit, draw the belly in and take that gentle twist, easy on the neck. And come back to the center. Take the left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Again, feel that right hip gluing down to the floor. And at the same time, reaching up and out of the rib cage. So you really feel that space developing from your waist to your under rib cage. That's where that floating rib is. So we're really gaining as much space there as possible. Breathing, lengthening. So the more you reach out with the hand, so even if you reach up towards the ceiling first and then take the arm over, you'll benefit more from that stretch. Always go safely in your practice. Listen to your body. Never do anything that feels like a strain. Always stay safe and away from injuries, and we can do that more so by using the breath, keeping the breath soft and releasing, no jerky movements. So right hand behind you this time, Left hand onto the knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And take the gaze just gently over in the direction of your right shoulder. And come back to center. And just with crossed legs, just lengthen the arms away from you and drop your head. And take 3 nice deep breaths, coming back into your ujjayi breath, if that's can't become lost through that stretch. And breathe fully, feel the hips expanding as you breathe. Glue the fingertips down so you're pushing back into the hips. And gently move the hands up to the body again. And take the cross of the legs in the other direction. So by doing this, we can stretch into both sides equally. Take the arms ahead of you and lower the head down in the direction of the mat. Nice deep full breath. And gently bringing yourself back. And coming over, moving your block bolster you were sitting on. And moving it to the side. And coming over into tabletop position. So set up the hands and the knees and inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, curling the spine back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling, exhaling, feeling the spine curling, lengthening. And coming back to neutral. And press the hands down into the floor. So just maybe move the hands to the top part of your mat now. And pick up the toes and stretch up into downward facing dog. And give yourself a nice stretch through the backs of your legs. Bending one heel down to the mat and the other. Bending one knee at a time. Perhaps making some slight movements through the upper body. And keeping your head and neck really nice and loose. Inhale, take your gaze ahead and bring the body forward so you come into a plank position. Take an inhale and exhale, lift the hips high, draw the heels down towards the floor. Inhale, come high onto the toes, take your gaze forward, come into plank. And exhale, hips come high to the ceiling. Another 2 more here. Inhale, take your gaze forward, come high onto the toes, coming into plank. Lower the hips a little, press the ground away. Ujjayi breaths. Inhale, exhale, hips up to the ceiling. Nice. Take an inhale and take your right leg up to the ceiling, stretching that foot away and encouraging the hands and the foot that are on the mat to really press down fully. Inhale, exhale, release that right leg down. Move through both feet to find your equal weight through the feet. Inhale, send the left leg up to the ceiling. Giving yourself a nice stretch through your side body and your hips. Lovely, lower down. And come onto the knees and take child's pose. Take the hands behind you and clasp the fingers. Take an inhale so the chest lifts a little bit and so you can bring the body down further to the floor. And just take that weight out of your shoulders. Even though you're clasping through the fingers, keep it soft through your shoulders. So I want you to really try and experience some lightness and also some freedom and expression in your practice. So really being able to open up to life now Expand yourself, giving yourself that sense of expansion in your body and your mind. We've been very used to closing our minds down a little bit, closing our environments down. And now is the time to start opening the mind, opening the body, and feeling more open to life, more receptive and ready to embrace life again, in however shape or form that is. And of course, within your own boundaries. So start bringing your hands forward from child's pose and bring the hands down. And lifting the hips high up to the ceiling. Take 3 deep breaths, ujjayi breaths in downward facing dog. Press the hands into the floor and feel your heart center moving down. Feel your waist moving out away from your rib cage. And breathing full deep breaths, really starting to feel expansion through your body, like you're filling the room with your own energy. Take an inhale, gazing forward, and step your right leg through. Drop the left knee down and inhale, send the arms up to the ceiling. And lunging forward, also sending the energy out through the fingertips. Feeling that lightness through the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Start dropping the hands down towards the floor. And step yourself back lower from a plank down onto the knees. Chest and chin lowers, elbows tightly into the body. So always protecting your lower back, staying safe. Start engaging tops of the feet and pressing them into the floor. Engaging all of the legs and pressing down through your hands as you lift up into baby cobra. Breathing. Inhale, exhale, come onto the knees and take downward facing dog. And take 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, start lifting the gaze to the top of your mat and stepping the left leg through this time, right knee down. Inhale, send the arms up. Lifting the lightness. And breathing full deep breaths. So still feeling that grounding down through the feet. That connection to the earth always. Inhale, exhale, start lowering the hands down. And tucking that back foot so you can spring forward to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, lengthen the body forward. Of course, always take bent knees if you need to here, or blocks. And exhale, lower the body down. No judgment on yourself, on your lowering, how far you can get. Take the ego out of your practice. Inhale, start pressing down through the feet, bending the knees, rising up with the hands. Inhale, exhale, hands down to the heart center. So starting to really feel the ground beneath you now as you're standing. And the hands drawing in towards the heart space. And breathing freely. Inhale, sending the arms up towards the ceiling or sky, and exhaling, folding down. Inhale, rising up halfway and stepping back with your left right leg and the left leg to lower down from your plank. So choose your options. You can either come down, knees, chest, chin, or if you want to really bring the chest forward, bend the elbows, come into upward facing dog. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog or child's pose. Always take your options. And breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Take a gaze forward, step your right leg through on the left leg. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale, fold in. Inhale, press the ground away. Inhale, lift the arms up. Hands down to the heart center. So preparing for Utkatasana, chair pose. Press the feet down into the ground, knees together, sitting down into your imaginary chair. Draw the belly and navel all the way back to the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, diving yourself down towards the floor. Inhale, take a halfway lift and step yourself back with the right leg and lift up into warrior one. Lunging down and reaching up. So equal weight through both feet and lifting the energy up. Inhale, exhale, release the hands down and lower down into your chosen vinyasa. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, downward facing dog. Enjoy your breaths. Last breath here. And inhale, start gazing forward, stepping your right leg through. Warrior one on the other side. Release the hands down, step yourself back and lower down. Cobra lifting up, heart center open, Bhujangasana. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Start bending the knees a little, options to spring forward or step through to the top of your mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming up onto the toes, bending the knees like you're going to spring forward, gazing forward and coming through to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower the head. Inhale, start pressing down through the feet. Come into chair pose. Last breath here. And inhale, lifting up, hands to the heart center. Settling down through the feet and through the shoulders. So from here, take a step back with your right leg and open up the arms wide. And just check in with the feet here in triangle pose before you lengthen forward. So you're imagining you're in between two panes of glass or two walls, like you're trying to make yourself as flat as possible through that space. Extending the arms out. Inhale, lengthen forward. And exhale, take the left hand down and rise up with the right hand. I'm just going to move position so you can see. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, start lifting up. And taking your feet over to the other side, so you'll be facing the back side of your mat, or you could simply step forward and step back with the opposite leg. So triangle on the other side. So extending the arms out, making your body as flat as possible, one straight line, and inhale, lengthen across the body, and exhale, release that right hand down. Exhale, lifting and lengthening up through the left hand. Breathing, full deep breaths, feeling expansion continually through your rib cage, chest, upper back. Feel the whole body opening, moving, the cells dancing happily in your body. Inhale, exhale, coming up. And either bringing the feet together, heel toe, to come back to where you were before. Inhale, stepping your right leg back again. Opening up and sinking down into warrior two. Breathing deeply. Now start extending that right hand back to the back leg, lifting up through the left arm, so you're really stretching and opening through your rib cage and chest. Keep that back leg or right leg fully engaged and feel that external rotation of the thigh. Inhale, exhale, bringing that arm forward and extending over the head, extended side angle. The options here, if you want to take extended side angle a little bit further, you can bring the left hand down onto the floor. You could then, if you want to progress further, take the arm behind you and bind underneath, opening the chest up. So just check that you're not hunched down too much, but you can encourage the chest open. Keep the legs really strong. 2 more breaths. And lifting up. Stepping your foot to the top of the mat. And step back with the opposite side. Extending the arms open, sinking down, warrior two. Breathing, taking the gaze over the front middle finger. And start bringing the left hand down to the back leg this time and lifting up through your right hand, reverse warrior. Inhaling, exhaling, extended side angle as you bring that forearm down to the floor and the left hand over the mat, over the head, sorry. Options again to lower the hand, using your breath if you're going into more progressive pose in your practice. Fully deep breaths if you want to bind, grounding down fully through your feet. Otherwise, staying here strong through the legs, extending out of your hips. Inhale, exhale, coming up. And stepping the left foot to the top of the mat again. Inhale, hands to heart center. And breathing. Coming back to your breath. So start inhaling and step back with intention with your right leg. And just check that you've got a nice space between both feet. As you inhale, take the right hand up to the ceiling. And so you might want to have a block here, but you use your core and engage at the waist to bring your right hand to the opposite side of the left leg. So if you have a block, this is where you want to place it, on the opposite side of your left foot. But using the tummy, if you feel out of balance, then maybe that right leg needs to move in a little bit, because it's all a matter of needing to have space in your waist to cross over and stabilize yourself. Revolved triangle. Equal weight through both feet. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, lengthening out through that top arm. Keep the focus on expanding your heart. Inhale and exhale, lifting up. Either taking the hands interlaced in this position, feet staying the same, or you can take options for prayer hands, or if you want to take elbows. This is coming over into pyramid pose. So really start feeling the tailbones rocking down towards the floor and the chest lifting up before you start moving anywhere. Inhaling, exhaling, start folding the body forward. So just see here that your gaze and your chest is lifting forward. Feel the feet moving down, gluing into the mat. Strong through the feet and the leg muscles. And keeping chest space, heart space open. So if the back is nice and straight and long, you could then start extending and bringing the waist and ribcage down towards the thigh and the head. But try not to bring the head down towards the leg and lose that nice length through your spine. Take another 2 deep breaths here. And inhale, gently lifting up. And stepping that right leg forward, release up your hands. Take prayer position. And come into breath. Slow breath down. And when you feel ready, inhale, take a step back with your left leg, not too far back. And just check again, you've got that nice space. And then take an inhale, left arm reaches up. Start feeling that twist from the belly as you begin to move the waist around to face the opposite side before the hand comes down. Inhale, reaching up with the right hand. So you're really squeezing at your belly, really making it nice and tight so you can support your spine and twist really safely. Really strong through the legs and dynamic and lifting up through the top hand. Take another 2 deep breaths here. And release. Taking a clasp behind the hands. Or choose your options. Prayer hands, or elbows. Inhale, lift the chest up high. Exhale, start folding forwards. Breathing nice deep breaths. And inhale, gently lifting up. Beautiful. Release the hands. Take prayer hands in front of your heart center. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, start pressing down through the feet, bending the knees, lifting up again into Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring the arms ahead of you this time. Draw the shoulders back into the body, so the shoulder blades want to move away from you with the hands, and draw them back in again. Inhale, take the hands together and dive yourself down to the floor. Take the feet hip width apart and take the peace fingers around the big toes, and the thumbs can rest onto the tops of the big toes. So start by bending the knees here a little bit and lifting the chest forward. And exhaling, start lowering the top of the body and the head. And let go of the breath here. Let go of the head and neck. And just enjoy that stretch along the backs of your legs. Or if the knees are bent, just feel the nice stretch down along your back and spine. Keep breathing, letting go of the head. Feeling no tension at all in the body. Just letting go completely in the pose. And just letting go also of any external noises. Just coming back to your practice always. You can never guarantee a full quiet outside. So we have to gain the quietness inside. And so the outside noises just are there in the distance, not bothering us, bringing complete acceptance to what's happening around us in our practice. Life is still moving on. And inhale, gently lift out. Gently lift the head first. Start bending the knees and just roll yourself up really, really slowly, ragdoll. And then just take a roll back with your shoulders. It's such a beautiful day here. Everybody's mowing their lawns. So come up to the top of your mat again. So we're going to do some vinyasa with Navasana. Okay? So take an inhale, rise up with the hands. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold down. And taking a mini jump back. Lower down, knees, chest and chin. If the little jump back's not possible, just step yourself back. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step or jump or hop to the center of your mat and come onto your bottom for a minute. So try and make this a little flow movement between one and the other. So inhale, lift up the knees, Navasana, boat pose. Extend if you want to, Ujjayi breaths, engaging the core fully. Another 2 deep breaths, crossing the legs over when you're ready, pressing down through the hands and bringing the feet back into downward facing dog.
Inhale, gazing forward, stepping the right leg and the left leg forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Exhaling, diving down again. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, mini jump or step back. And lower the knees down, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming forward, crossing the ankles over into Navasana. Straighten the legs if you want to. Engage at the core. Full Ujjayi breaths. Breathing deeply, expanding. Last breath. Crossing the ankles over, moving the body forward, a bit of momentum, and coming into downward facing dog. Inhale, gazing forward, stepping both legs to the top of your mat. Inhale, rising up. Exhaling, diving back down again. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, little hop back, safely to come into plank. Lower yourself down and inhale, rise up. And exhale, take a child's pose. Nice wide legs, lowering the body down. And settling down through your forehead. Feel complete release through your forehead. And full deep breaths. Completely settling the mind, the body. Gently lifting the head when you feel ready. And press down through the hands and lift your hips. Inhale, take your gaze forward and step both legs to the top of your mat. Inhaling, rising up when you're ready. Slowly coming up as you've had the head lowered. Hands to the heart center. So let's take our balance here, coming into tree pose. Asana. And start moving the leg up to a position that's suitable for you. Ground the foot down and take your drishti point. Find the drishti. Inhale, take the hands up. Take your drishti up with it if that feels good. And open the arms out and really feel that lifting out of the waist. So lifting out of the waist, lifting out of the hips. And leading up with the hands and arms. Take a mudra with the thumb and the first finger for connection. Connection of yourself and the universe. True self, Atman. Beautiful. Start lowering the hands to the heart center and releasing the leg down. Finding your way through both feet. And begin to lift up the opposite leg. Find your position that's suitable for your knees and hips. And if you've chosen the upper leg, really enforce that engagement through from the bottom of your foot and the inner thigh. So you're squeezing both of those together, keeping that nice openness through your hips, strong through your standing leg. Hands into prayer, keeping your drishti. Inhaling, taking the hands up, taking the gaze up with you. Opening the arms up. Breathing. Keeping that openness, that lifting. Nice. And releasing the hands and the leg. Really lovely. Inhale, taking the arms up and over the head. Ground down fully through the feet and lift up through the hands. Push the thighs forward, taking a little mini back bend. Exhale, bring the body down towards the ground. Inhale, take a half lift, and exhale, lower down, step yourself back, and lower down onto the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, lifting up, cobra. Inhale, exhale, child's pose. Breathing fully in child's pose. Releasing the forehead. Releasing the breath. Gently lifting your head up when you feel ready, and bringing your hands towards your body. And just roll to one side on your feet. And extending the legs away from you. Find your position for your knees, whether they're going to stay bent a little bit or straight. If they're straight, keep that engagement fully through the thighs, keeping them squeezed together. Otherwise, if the knees are bent a little bit, really focus on drawing the belly back. Inhale, lifting the arms up, and exhaling, folding down, taking hold of feet or toes, and keeping that nice long extension through your head and neck. Keeping the shoulders moving back towards your lower back, not crunching up towards your ears, and sending your hips back away from you. And breathing fully, and as in forward fold, completely letting go of your breath and the destination, forgetting about the stretch and the pose, just breathing, keeping the engagement, keeping the alignment, feeling that little stretch, but not attaching yourself to it. And the breath will take you further into the pose gradually. It will be your intention that takes you there, not your ego. Inhaling. Gently start lifting up out of your forward fold. And bringing the feet onto the floor. And we're going to come into shoulder stand now. So you could either roll back with a bit of momentum to come up, or you can just simply roll back down onto the floor and then bring the knees up gradually. So however you feel. So there's always a little bit of momentum with the hips to move up into shoulder stand. Always check that you're not moving your head and neck. So perhaps just listen to guidelines through the practice of this pose rather than looking to see the video, because you could cause some little injury in your neck just by twisting when you're in the inversion. So keep the hands down, keep your focus ahead, in front of you and up, and the hands can come underneath your lower back, jazz hands as you lift up the legs high. And so the higher the hands become up towards the rib cage, the more height you will get through the back. And then draw the feet back towards the opposite wall and draw your hips towards your face. So you're starting to lengthen up through the legs even more, and you're gaining more alignment. And breathing fully. Take 15 deep breaths here if you can. If you want to take less, you can then come into power pose or lower down completely. Otherwise, staying here and breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So either from this position, lower the legs down over the head in plow, or you might be ready to come out of it completely. So if you come out of the pose completely, roll down onto your mat and completely let go of the pose. Otherwise, if you're in plow pose, you can progress and bring the knees down towards the ears if you want to, or just staying here for an extra few breaths. Otherwise, if you've lowered down onto the floor, just take a moment to feel that release from the pose. Let go of your shoulders. Let go of the legs and the breath. The body's been inverted. The legs have drained down. New oxygenated blood moving through your body. So everybody now meeting in your lying down pose for a moment, and then begin to prepare to take fish pose, Matsyasana. So counterposing, bring the feet onto the floor and lift up the hips for a moment and bring the hands underneath the buttocks and the arms. Again, try to prevent moving the head from side to side here, looking towards your video, and just try to follow the directions. So once the whole of the arms, or as much of the arms, are underneath the body and the hands are just underneath your buttocks, they don't have to be interlacing, they could be either side. And then you can rest down the legs along the floor. So start engaging the legs fully and pointing the toes away, and begin to lift the chest. So feel the momentum and intention through your chest, and press into the elbows and forearms to start lifting you up. So the chest begins to lift and open, and the shoulders can open out down beside you. And the neck can stay lengthened away, or if it's in your practice already to drop the head down towards the floor, do so, but with complete care with the neck. So don't crunch into the neck. Keep it lengthened away from you as much as possible. And keeping that extension through the legs. And if you want to do some facial yoga here, you can use your fish pose, Matsyasana, with the mouth opening and closing the jaw. releasing off the jaw. And then slowly lowering the body down. And start bringing your knees on towards your chest and give yourself a big hug onto your chest. Really nice squeeze. Perhaps lift the head and tuck the head to the knees temporarily. Just stretch out the back of the neck and then make some nice circles on your lower back. Inhaling, bring the knees in, and exhaling, taking the knees away from you. And changing direction. And now extending your left leg on the floor and bending your right knee in towards the body. And then place that right foot just above the left knee and take the left hand onto the right knee to encourage it and extend your right arm out to the side. So taking a deeper twist to finish with. Inhale, exhale, draw that right knee over to the other side of your body and take your gaze over to your right hand and really feel that nice twist through your belly and spine. So you're feeling the twist of wringing out all your internal organs, giving them a really nice massage, increasing blood flow to those organs, creating them as vital organs, making them work as they should, full and optimal potential in your organs and your systems. And breathing fully. And relax the shoulders down. Notice any tension in the body. And with your breath, just surrender into your twist. Gently bringing the head back to center. And the knee back. And this time we'll bring the left knee in, squeeze that knee in and extend the right leg. And start placing the left foot just above the right knee and moving the right knee over the body and extending the left arm away from you. Take the gaze over to the left arm. And just find a point where you can relax into the twist. You're not trying to move that right knee towards the floor too much with a strain. You're not trying to get the left shoulder onto the floor. There's just a nice equal balance that's happening and a gradual and natural progression into moving deeper into the pose. So just using your breath fully and letting go of your body and your breath. Gradually moving the head back to center and the legs. And from here, find yourself into your Shavasana. So extend the legs out as wide as your mat. Only get up if you absolutely need to. If you need to cover yourself to make yourself warmer, that's definitely worth getting up for to make yourself warmer, because otherwise you can't relax as easily. Otherwise, just stay as you are. Extend the arms, bring the shoulder blades heavy into the floor. And settle yourselves down fully now into relaxation and shavasana. Our final relaxation and letting go of your breath fully. So feel the back of the head and the shoulder blades really heavy into the floor. Let go of any ujjayi breath through the practice. Allow your breath to move softer, slowly, and more natural now. So letting go of any breath that you've been manipulating or controlling. Feeling the heart center and chest softening. And a full lightness in the body. And bring your attention to your toes and ankles. And feel the toes and ankles relaxing. Feeling them really soften from the inside out. And draw your attention to your legs and your knees. And feel all of those larger muscles in the legs melting away from the bones in the legs. And then draw your attention to your belly and your lower back and pelvis. Feel the belly moving softly, softening in all areas. Feel the hips opening up like a gate. And feel the whole spine relaxing. Each vertebra melting down towards the floor. With space and lubrication through each and every one of your vertebrae. Soft, healthy, strong spine that's relaxing. The shoulder blades and the shoulders moving down into the floor. The arms, elbows, wrists and hands completely giving way to the earth. And noticing your throat and neck, jaw, and the whole of your skull, all relaxing. Connective tissue moving away from each other. Feel the teeth parting, the tongue resting gently in the bottom of the mouth. And the eyeballs just dropping down naturally into their sockets. And then come to the heart center and the rib cage. and sternum. Feel the whole area completely at ease. And peel back the layers here and come into your true bliss, your true nature. Tapping into those spaces of yourself that you don't usually get a chance to do. Noticing that nice subtle vibration of the body and the cells of the body with the breath, happily getting on with their work in your body and your mind. Bringing new oxygenated blood into your body, reviving your muscles, your bones, replenishing your blood, your skin, your whole being. Like your body's just been dipped into some magical ocean. Complete replenishment in Shavasana. Gently start bringing your awareness back into your body and back into the space that surrounds you. Perhaps taking your breath a little deeper and revealing fingers and toes, bring a little bit more movement. And just with the knowing that you can come into Shavasana or into your full yoga practice at any time. Shavasana is always there waiting for you to rest whenever you need it. Gently start bringing the breath a little deeper, bring your awareness to your body. And start making some movements to roll onto your side. And curl yourself up into a ball. Give yourself an amazing hug. And say 3 sweet, kind, positive words for you to move forward in this new life, this new movement forward. 3 positive words. Gently keeping your eyes closed. As you begin to move up into a seated position, just notice your breath moving up and down your spine once you come into seated. Just feeling the flow of your breath Once again, drawing your awareness to your space. And then gently bring your hands to your heart center. And bring your head down towards your hands. And come back to your intention that you made for yourself. And repeat it 3 times with faith and feeling, and like it's happening now, like it's happening right now in this present moment. And take just one more moment just to bring gratitude to whatever comes to you first. Whatever offering of gratitude is presented to you. And as you make your gratitude, seal the fingertips together to finish and complete our practice. And recognizing suffering in all sentient beings. And recognizing the light in others. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the practice, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Namaste.